to blow. After changing the tin, we use soldering wick. Fold the soldering wick in half. So you can soak more tin. Now level the tin in the pad. The soldering iron temperature is always 350, no need to change. Try to flatten every point. If it is uneven, it will be up when removing the glue. Because I just used low temperature tin for the original high temperature tin, it is easier to take it off now. Now clean the pad. Clean the pad and then remove the glue, so you can see more clearly. We can use PCB wire for cleaning. It is not hurried to clean with the ordinary alcohol. Take out the dust-free cloth. It will be faster to clean. You can also use cotton. Anyway, it can be cleaned. After cleaning, it is very clean, no flux. Start clean the glue. Clean the glue temperature is 270, wind speed is 45. Start heating. After changing the low temperature tin to level it is easier for us to remove the glue. It is very convenient for us to remove the glue. We can try to keep pushing like this. This has been slowly taken off. When the glue falls off, we can move out the air gun improperly. Now the glue has fallen off. When the glue falls off, we can properly move out the air gun. When it is easier, we can move out the air gun and continue to scratch. Heat up when you cannot cut the glue. It is safer in this way to heat the board. Now it is easier to clean, so we move out the gun and continue to remove the glue. If you do not move out the air gun in time and continue blowing, these small components will easily fall off. When we can easily remove the glue, we have to move out the air gun. We change direction. Then we clean this side. Now it is very easy, you can move out the air gun. I continue to scrape when the gun has moved out, but it was still scratching. You cannot scratch, continue blowing and then continue to scrape. Just repeat this operation. We can speed it up a little bit. It can slow down when push it to the edge side. Because there are no components in the middle, it can be faster. We have to be more careful about the edge. I have been blowing it with the air gun now. Now the glue cleaning is easier, because there is still temperature on the motherboard. If not enough, add a little heat. As long as you can remove the glue, immediately stop the gun. My air gun is constantly moving, not focused on blowing at the board long time. You can see that the air gun is constantly moving. It doesn't matter if you accidentally drop this off. We can look at the schematic diagram to see if it is a capacitor or a resistor. If it is a capacitor, it does not need to be replaced. Let's check where the pads have not been processed and then deal with it. Okay, let's clean it again. After cleaning, we will observe those areas where there's still glue. We have to deal with it. Here is a little glue to deal with it. Must be cleaned to see. You can also use cotton, tweezers and PCB water for cleaning. If you find that there is glue, continue to clean it, it doesn't matter. This is the reason to clean the pad. If we don't clean it up in time, we won't see any problems. If the glue is not completely cleaned, when we put the chip back, it will affect the connection between the solder joints and solder joints. So clean it up. If it is a thin layer, we don't need to care. If it is too thick like this, remove it. Because thickness will not affect the remove and install of the chip. Okay, the pad has been processed. Next, start processing the NAND. What problems do you encounter when dealing with NAND? When NAND is removed, some NAND are glued, such as this. Some have no glue. Then this glue is easier to handle. You don't need to do the same steps as just before. Now you only need to use the soldering wick to remove the black glue. First, change the tin. Because the current tin is the original tin, its temperature is relatively high. In the same step, we use 138 degrees tin wire. Let's add a little solder flux. Then we use low temperature tin wire to let every point get in. To be able to add this tin to every solder joint, each one needs to be removed. Try to take it off as quickly as possible and not stay for too long. Otherwise, the hard drive is easy to take off. We can see the glue is still here. We can use the suction tape we just used. We can also cut it out, but it can still be used there, so just continue to use it. Clean it off directly. When you clean it off, you can rub it with a little force and rub it one time. Soon it was cleaned off with the soldering wick. When taking off the glue, it is faster and more convenient. Okay, no need to repeat after cleaning off. Just take it off and drag it all over again. Then clean it. Be sure to clean it, because tin is planted next. After cleaning, you can see that the pad is flat and the glue on it has been cleaned. If there is glue on the side, use the number 11 blade to process the side. We can see that the edges are a bit glued. Cut it off. Cut it like this. Don't use too much force or go in too much. Cut this side. Try to be this side, this side, this side. Cut like this. All four sides are required. If there is none, then no need. Because this glue will also affect the chip install, you need to remove the edge glue. Okay, to handle a clean NAND like this, try to clean up here. After we clean up, the above glue has been cleaned up. You can take a look, it is all cleaned up. Next, the tin planting revolving operation. Now that there is no glue on the pad and the NAND, we will directly plant the tin. When planting tin, we have to take a paper towel to cushion it, because this NAND is taller and thicker. Our tin revolves